Hey guys, I'm super excited about the video today because today is the day that we start our experiments. We're going to plant some plants in here, cover some of them with the frost fabric, and some of them with just like a clear tote. I've been doing a lot of studying about winter sowing, and there's apparently a lot of people that are starting to sow their plants, their seeds, outside in winter, in December, in January, which is crazy to me, but I'm going to try it. It's not really winter anymore, however, I think that it might help. So we're going to do the same seeds in each of the beds, but some are going to be covered with the fabric, some are going to be covered with dollar store plastic. You know those hoops things that you can get from the dollar store with the plastic that you can put over top? So some of them are going to be covered with that, and some of them are going to be covered with the clear totes that I've got here. So we're going to see what works and what doesn't work, just as a base. We're going to also do some sewing without any cover at all. Pretty sure those are not going to make it in the frost. However, we never know, right? Carrots, I used to never cover them and they would grow all winter long. So we're going to try it with some of the other seeds that I've got as well. So stay tuned. Okay, so we've got our frost fabric here. This I got from Temu. I just wanted to try some inexpensive options for us this year. So we've got this, and I've got some hoops also that we use with this. So we can install the hoops, and then we put this over top, and then there's clips that go on top. I'll show you later in the video how we're going to put that together. Then we've got this one here, which is the plastic from the dollar store with the hoops from the dollar store as well. So we're going to try that one. That one was a grand total of $3.25. So we've got, I think that with the hoops all together was maybe like 10 bucks or something. This one here is $3.25. We'll see how far that goes. There's only 3 supports, so I'm not expecting too far, but we're going to try it. Then we've got these ones here. This was also from the dollar store. It was $5 for this bucket. It's, I don't know, it's like the length of my arm up to my elbow. So it's a pretty decent size. Does it say on there? Oh yeah, there it is. That's how big it is. And then this one here I got from Walmart. They've got lids. They have the clear lids, so I use these also for like prop boxes. And we've got that. That's that one there. So we're going to try using all of these methods, and then we're going to also do one without any seeds or any cover at all whatsoever. Alright, so we've got the seeds that I'll be sowing today. I'm just going to do a few of each in each spot, just to see, because this is, after all, just an experiment. We'll see what happens. I'll reap the rewards and benefits, or we'll learn a lesson here. So we've got peas, the sugar daddy, and the bolero. We've got radishes here, the French breakfast, and the cherry bell. There's leeks. There's some beets. We've got the touchstone gold. We've got the bull's blood. We've got green top bunching. We've got Detroit dark red, and another gold. I think I'll just do a few of those though. I'll just do it from the open one. I didn't realize I brought both of those out. I'm going to do some dill, but the dill's going to go in the ground somewhere else. So we're going to do that one last. And then we're going to do a couple of broccolis, a couple of sprouting broccolis there. We're going to do the carrots. So these and these. And then for the lettuce, I've got a bunch to choose from. I don't know if I'm going to do all of it though. So I've got the iceberg. I've got the 4 seasons. I'm definitely going to try this one. If it's a 4-season one, that should work. The drunken woman, of course. And then the romaine. So we're going to try those. We're going to see what works, what doesn't work. This is going to take a couple of weeks, so we'll just do the planting now, and then we'll see. We will either have success or we will have a learning experience here. But with the forecast that I'm seeing, some of them should work. The carrots have always worked for me over the winter here. So I'm thinking if the carrots do, I think the beets probably will, the radishes will. Not sure about the peas, actually. That's a new one for me, so I'm going to try that. Leeks, I've never tried growing leeks, so, I mean, you know, what's the harm in putting a few seeds in the soil, right? Dill self-seeds itself every fall, and so, I mean, how much different is it now, right? So if it does get to freezing, which it will overnight a few times, should not affect the dill too much. The lettuce is the one that I'm most skeptical about. I'm not sure sorry, that's a neighbor. I'm not sure what to expect with this, but I was told that it would probably work under the frost fabric, but it might not work under the other things. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. This is just a test. So we'll get going and I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I have 3 of those containers. One of them is still inside. I wasn't planning on using it, but as we all know, I plant way too much stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and use that one too. So I'll have 3 containers over here. Under the first one, we're going to have radishes, the 2 different kinds of radishes that I have, and some carrots. Now, with the radishes, I'm literally going to sow like maybe 6 seeds of each of these, and then I'll do the rest carrots underneath the first bucket there. And you saw how I kind of like outlined it, so I just pushed it down. I don't know if you can see it on camera. You can see the line there. That's this first one. The first one goes from there till about here. So I can do like carrots, I think there, couple of radishes up there, couple of radishes up there, and I should be able to, in this small footprint, I should be able to have 2 different kinds of radishes and a few carrots. Then over here in the second one, which is the smaller one, I'm going to do maybe about like 5 of each beets, because remember, I'm planting these in different areas, so if they all succeed, I don't want to have like way too much to eat. So I'm doing the bunching beets and the touchstone gold. So I'll just do maybe like 3 or 4, and then 3 or 4, and then I'm going to plant just a couple of peas right along the top. The line is right here for it, so right along the top here, I'm going to plant a few peas. I'm hoping that by the time they're about like this tall, if they do grow, by the time they're about like this tall, or maybe like too tall to be underneath that it won't be freezing anymore at night, and then I can set up the trellis system where the peas will grow up onto. So we'll be doing that along the back side, because I'll be also putting my tomatoes later on in the season right along the back side here. So that's kind of the plan for this one. This one, okay guys, I want too many things. So I've got romaine lettuce. That's the neighbors there. That's fun. That's fantastic. And then I've got the lettuce, the 4 seasons, right there. And then I've got the iceberg lettuce. So we've got those 3, and then we've got the broccoli. So the thought is to do the broccoli a lot like I did the peas over there, just right along the top edge. And then we'll put the lettuces kind of maybe because the other one that I have is the bigger one. So maybe like this, that, and that maybe. I don't know. Or something like that, maybe. I don't know. I can always thin them out and see what happens. But that's kind of loosely the plan, is to do that in this first one. Okay. And then I'll just turn you guys around here. I've still got this one to plant. So I still have all of these options to plant in this one here. This one's going to have this kit here protecting them from the frost. So we'll see how that works. I'm skeptical. It's dollar store stuff, so I'm skeptical. I don't think so. But you never know, right? So I'm going to plant more stuff here. That one back there is just kind of like a test. I have very limited space with that one. This one I'll have more space, so I'll be able to plant more things. And so I've got more variety, so I'll be planting a lot more in here. And then this one over here, this is the last one that we got done. The dill's not going in there. I just put it there so I wouldn't lose it. The dill's actually going to go in ground back there. That's where we're going to put this one. I love the smell of dill, so that's going to be amazing. But with this one, I've got that frost fabric thing. These just need a lot more space than those two other beds have. So this one's a lot wider. This one almost twice as wide as the other ones are. So I'm going to use this with the frost fabric on this one and see how that works out. And again, I'll load this right up. So that's the test. So what do you guys think? What do you think is going to succeed and what do you think is going to fail? Leave the comments down below and let us know. So yeah, I'll get right to it. I want to get it all done before the sun sets all the way. It is starting to get a little bit dark, so we're going to get going on this. So yeah, I'm excited. Who knows? Maybe nothing will grow. Hopefully not. Please, something grow. Alright, so I've got those all planted fairly close to what I was saying the lettuce, I'm just gonna leave this as a little reminder to me where I planted which lettuce. So I did short rows of lettuce. So the first row was romaine, then there was the red one, and then the other one further on that side. So closest to the alley is the other one. The romaine is closest to the house. So just a reminder for myself is my little note here. So the rest of it I will not plant in. I'm going to leave the rest of it for now. This is enough, I think, for the test, just to see what works and what doesn't work. So we'll see. I still don't have a lot of high hopes for the lettuce, but it might surprise me. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What do you think? Do you think the lettuce will make it? Just cleaned it off for you guys a little bit. So we'll go ahead and measure out how far this will go. Wondering if I should do all exactly the same, because I know different varieties will be different. Hi, can you see me? I know different varieties will be different in different climates, so I'm not sure. I think I'll just do some of the same varieties, but then I'll also do like a little bit of the different varieties, like some of the different things that I've got. I like gardening because then you can have a variety of it. You can have beets that are different colors and different flavors. You can have, you know, radishes that taste different too. The radishes do taste different. Also, have you ever roasted a radish? Try it. Try it. Anyway, so we'll get going on this, and then yeah, we'll see. Right, so if I could hold the camera still. I've got just enough to maybe do half of this, if you'll see this. So it only kind of goes till here. I've got it kind of hanging over the end there. So if I pulled it to there, I might be able to do pretty much the whole thing, but then I won't have any plastic to close off the end here or the other side. So I think in order to do that, I will probably just plant till here, and then just plant that first half of it. That way then I've got enough plastic to cover both ends. I can put a piece of wood on the ends just to kind of keep the wind from blowing it off, because the dollar store one did not come with any clips, so there's nothing to keep it on. So I'm going to improvise, and I'm going to put just these lengths of wood you see here, and you saw me throw a bunch off of this other bed. I'm just going to use those and kind of like hold it in place around the outside so they still have sunlight. The moisture will still stay in there. Hopefully the cold will, but this plastic, this is dollar store, gotta remember that. This plastic is not very thick. It's just very inexpensive, very thin, slightly thicker, I would say, than I'd say cellophane or like cling wrap or something, you know, like the stuff that you put on like to wrap food up and stuff. It's a little bit thicker than that. It's not very thick at all. So I don't have high hopes for this, but I mean, who knows? I might be surprised. The weather forecast does show mild weather for a long time. The nights are supposed to get a bit chilly, but this is a test, right? So whatever makes it, makes it. Whatever doesn't, doesn't. And we'll know what we can use or not from now on. Alright, so here's how I'm going to do this bed here. I'm going to do the romaine lettuce right there. And then we've got the beets, the carrots, we've got radishes there, and then I'm gonna do more broccoli. So I'm gonna give the broccoli a little bit more space. So I'm gonna do some here, like I'm gonna do like there, 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 and there, just because I want a lot of broccoli. So if this does work, then I'll get more broccoli. If it doesn't, well, oh well. It was just a couple seeds. So that's what I'm gonna do for this bed. So as I can't really crouch. So as I'm planting these, it's getting colder and colder, and I'm just sitting here going, yeah, I just want to go inside. I wonder, I don't know. I don't have high hopes for this. However, people are saying they're doing this. I've seen it. I've seen it. In Ontario, people are planting and harvesting in January. So, almost done. Almost done. So, we've got radishes. So I'm going to do a little bit. I'm going to do a hybrid of chaos and non-chaos gardening. So I'm going to do both of these radishes. I'm just going to take like 5 seeds of each and then just put them in my hand and sprinkle them out. So it'll only be like maybe 5 or 10 of each. And in this kind of area, I'm going to give it more of a space than that. And then I'm going to do carrots. I'm going to do this variety. I've done this variety in the other 2 beds, but I'm going to do that variety mostly, and I'll do a little bit of this variety as well, just so I have some consistency between all of them. And then I've got the shelling peas as well as the sugar daddies. So I've got the sugar daddies in the other 2, but I'll do both of them because I do want to try these ones this year. So I'm going to do that in kind of this corner here, and then we'll build like this trellising system to let them kind of climb up. I'm just going to use some of the branches and stuff and make it all natural, just like keep it natural in here, right? And then I'm going to do the broccoli. I think I'm going to grab the other broccoli also and do this one and the other one kind of down the center here. So this whole center will have the broccoli. I'm going to space them out fairly well. I have this variety in the other 2 beds, but the other variety I don't have in the other 2 beds. I'll only have that one here. Oh, there it is actually. So I'll put both of those kind of down the center here. I might just do the peas just right across the back then. I forgot I put the other broccoli over there. So I might just do like a row or 2 of peas kind of right in the back here. And I'll do a mix of both of them. I think what I'll do is I'll do the bolero on the inside and then the sugar daddies on the outside. So we'll do like sugar daddies and then the bolero. And then I'll have a row that I can do a trellis, and then I'll do some beets along the back over there, and then I'll do some leeks just kind of in that back corner there. We don't need a lot of leeks, but I can do some leeks just kind of right in that back corner there. And yeah, that's what we're gonna get done. Yay! Hey guys, it's 2 days later. I'm just editing the video and I just realized I didn't end it on a really good note, and I didn't even show you the finished product. So I'm gonna turn you guys around and I'll show you what where we're at and what we're doing here. Just 1 second. All right, so we've got this one here with the Temu. It's got these. So the Temu one came with enough pieces to make 5 hoops. The frost fabric wasn't wide enough to cover the whole thing. So you can see where I've got this seam right here. So what I did was I cut it in half. So I cut the length in half and did it like that. So I put half of it across and then the other half across, and it overlaps at the top. And then I had this gap and the wind would come and it would blow this open. So I made the extra 2 hoops just to hold that down. So it looks like it's doing okay. I'm not sure how I can keep it upright too much. We do have cats in the neighborhood, and I'm wondering, because the first night I saw this end was open, so now I've got wood kind of holding it down, and there was a little bit of a gap there, so I thought I'd just put some straw there just to kind of close that gap, and then put wood on top of that, and that sort of seems to be holding. I think in the future I'll keep these hoops. I like the hoops. They're pretty strong. I like the clips, but the frost fabric, I don't have a lot of hope with the frost fabric, to be honest with you. It's supposed to be good. The reviews were good, so we'll see. We'll give it some time, and we'll see what happens. There is a bit of a gap right there. Let's see. It is warmer in there, though, than outside. That's interesting. I was not expecting that. But, yeah, it is warmer in there. Currently -1 outside. It snowed today, as you can tell. But, yeah, so that's this one. And I showed you in a previous clip earlier in this video that how I planted that. So we will have a look at that. I think I'll revisit it almost daily. I just want to make sure it doesn't dry out. This one is very porous. The fabric is not very it's not plastic, it's like a fabric. It's almost like a cotton. So I'll just make sure that it doesn't dry out in there. You can tell by my voice I'm shivering. This is the dollar store one. I did put the wood kind of along the bottom. You can tell, I'll back up here. You can tell the size difference. Temu and dollar store. But if you're just doing this just for your seedlings, just for the beginning, you don't really need a whole lot of room, right? So that's what we did with these guys. Just holding the plastic down, putting the straw out around the edges to help insulate a little bit. Wondering, let me see. Not really a whole lot warmer in there. I bet you though, if the sun is shining, I bet you it's quite toasty in there. But we don't exactly have sunny days right now. So yeah, you can see some condensation on the inside. So that means it's holding its moisture really well. Not sure about that one. You guys, I'm not sure. All right, so yeah, it's frozen on the outside. No, that's not frozen down there. But that is. So it's like -1. I like the clips that they've got. So that's really cool. But we will see. We will see. Not sure how I can do this one better. There's room for improvement for that one, that's for sure. Dollar store one over here in the middle. And then we've got these guys right here. Our little tubs. There's condensation on it, but you can see it's moving, so it's not frozen. So we'll see. We'll see what that looks like after a little bit. Sorry again. Earlier I couldn't come back out. I had neighbors outside, and then I had other neighbors weed whacking. Yeah, that's right. We're weed whacking here. We're doing that. We're mowing our lawns, and we're doing that now. And then the very next day it's snowing. This is southern Alberta for you guys. But yeah, so that's what it looks like now. We will revisit this regularly and see what the progress is. If anybody has an idea of how I can make this one better, I don't know. Maybe I'll put like wood on, let's see if I can show you. Maybe if I'll put wood on these, tuck that in and put something like just in there just to hold that down better, because it seems to not want to stay. I think that's doable. This is the only one, so it feels like the wind would go right through it, but when I stick my hand in that one versus that one, this one's warm in the inside. Like I could be kind of warmish in there, but not in there. That's interesting. Oh, look, it's snowing again. Oh, I'm gonna go inside now. But just wanted to come out and show you guys where we're at with this, what we're doing. Just a couple of little experiments. Which one do you guys think will do well? Let me know. So thank you guys for hanging out and being in my garden with me. And please like and subscribe if you like this sort of content. Let me know down in the description box which one of these 3 options you think has the better chance at doing well. And we'll see if we were right. Okay, talk to you later. Ciao.